she's like, I wanted to introduce you to somebody.
Oh, shoot.
And I'm like, oh my God.
It's the gray hair, man.
Yeah, could be.
Well, that's why they think I'm married.
They probably think you got a ton of money and like you're about to die.
Yeah.
You got gray hair.
They're like, this guy's so old.
I got the booth
Surely he's
cam
married.
fixed.
Hey.
Yeah, we're fixed now. Although somebody's, look, it's coming down. Like we just said, and look, the tape just came down. This is spooky. This is turning into like the spookiest broadcast ever.
It's not even Halloween yet.
I don't know what to do. Here's my bodyguard, Jerry Anderson, by the way, just came over.
Team roll for the dough.
Team roll
True.
for dough.
RFD. All right, let's get our boys. There's Shea Bitt.
They were sitting fourth going into the last game and shot almost 1,200.
Squeaky little 10 there on lane 17.
So teaminsidebowling.com, Shea Bittenbender, Lindenwood University. From is he from the New York area or is it Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. I think it's like Scranton or somewhere.
That's right.
I'm sure there's some Shea Bitt fans out there that he's my buddy. I don't even know where I just know Pennsylvania. I know he changed his phone over to a 636 area code, so he's an official Missourian. He does like his Yingling though. Let me know in the chat if anybody ever got some coasters out to Culpeppers on Highway K in O'Fallon. I'm texting my boss. I'm working 2 jobs at once here. Getting a little slap happy into Game 5. We're ready for our lunch break.
Boy, I'll say, this has been like the worst week for me.
What's up?
It's just been a horrible week.
A horrible week?
Yeah.
Did you lose a loved one?
No, not like that. Horrible.
Oh.
Just very. I've needed a 2.0 upload speed, and I've been like 0.1 all week. It's very frustrating.
The bowling industry got you down?
Yeah, it does.
What happened?
Everything in general. Well, Monday I had a consulting gig where I was doing, I'm in Tropicana Lanes 3 days a week and rolling out some new things, and just got a lot of resistance there, and had a travel league draft and some animosity there, and got some emails from some other consulting gigs that I'm doing, and I was trying to look out, like pre-plan ahead, and pretty much just like, no, you can't pre-plan ahead. You need to wait. You need to be on our time schedule.
Okay.
Just trying to be proactive, because I like one of my deficiencies is I procrastinate. So I was trying to.
Right.
I was trying to actually be on the ball.
And they're fighting you?
No, I mean, it wasn't really a fight. It was just, I just got totally, it'd be like me being like, I know you like Buffalo Wild Wings, Doug. If I said, hey, Doug, you want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings on the break? And if you came back and said, no, didn't you overhear me earlier say I want a hamburger today?
Are we going to Buffalo Wild Wings?
I don't know is there one around here?
I'm sure there is.
Okay. Anyway, it's just been a very tough week, and I can't ever seem to do anything fast enough, or just a lot of nitpicking this week. I made a flyer for a demo day and for a ball demo, and it happened to have a ball that just had coloring on the ball, but it didn't have the correct like
brand.
Yeah, but
like
it didn't say anything on it in the picture.
Right.
But I was told I know that's not one of our products, and you need to Photoshop in a different ball. And I understand it. It makes sense, but it's just I should have made it right the first time. I'm just saying I'm like striking out. Like I can't, and I don't know. I can't I bite off more than I can chew. And then I did that team tournament flyer and picked a weekend for the team tournament.
Yeah.
And the very first thing that I needed to stay away from was the 13th and 14th of October, because Jeff Carter's having a doubles event that weekend. And by the time I ended up checking with everybody else in the bowling center and trying to decide on a week, I ended up picking the 13th and 14th because I totally forgot that the first person I talked to, which was Jeff Carter, who was supposed to help me promote the event,
right?
He had an event going, and then he emails me and says, "Dude, you're going to kill my doubles term," and I'm just like, "Oh my god." So I think he's going to move it, but the bottom line is I'm just not functioning properly.
Well, you have a lot of moving parts to the motor that is Mike Flanagan and IB. There's a lot of moving parts. It's not, and it's okay. You're not failing. If a moving part goes off, it's okay.
Right. When
you have a lot of moving parts, that can happen.
So there's just a lot going on, and there's a couple of jobs. There's a couple of job deals that I've had some decisions on, and having to let some people know that, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this. That's real tough too, because it is. I don't know. So it's just been a rough week, dude. The hits just keep coming. I mean, it's just one thing after another.
Well, I'm here.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it.
When I called you Friday, did you think I was calling the bail?
No, that never came into my mind.
Okay.
No, never came into my mind.
All right.
Well, I figured it out. I got to let everybody know that nobody else is there to help, and it's just them. And then when they all get there and there's like 20 people to help, they'll be like, well, what the hell? You didn't need me. Well, if I had told you I had 3 or 4 people coming, you'd have bailed.
No, can't do that.
No, I know. Here's Shea Bittenbender up on lane number 18.
Shea Bitt.
Crosses over.
17 and 18 has been quote-unquote squirrely.
Yep. That it has. Thank you so much, D-San 1000. Blame it on the full moon. I think I'm going to.
What's up on 14?
More of your boys.
There you go.
You want lane 14? I got lane 14. You want escorts? I got escorts.
We're 2 frames into game 5.
A Ford escort, by the way. Oh my! What is going on here? Our IV boys come over here. Shea goes Brooklyn for a 5-8 and it whiffs it left with a spare ball.
I think he's having a grip issue.
Well, we're watching these lanes 13 through 16 right now. We'll keep an eye on the boys from InsideBowling.com over here. They are just now beginning game number 4 here at the Mary Teubner Team Challenge on InsideBowling.com, our television channel here, online streaming. Doug Lakey with Mike Flanagan here, bringing you the action live from Springfield, Illinois. If you look at the top of the screen, you're seeing your scrolling marquee of the top 3, or from the first 3 games, I should say. Scores scrolling across. Down below, you'll find a standings tab, a roster tab, and full individual results as well. Should be about 15 minutes, and we'll have results after game number 4 uploaded to the web. Tournament office has to go out and get 115 scores, and a lot of the people put their score sheets in their bowling bags, and loved ones have them way back on the concourse, and they got to hunt and find. So there's Mark Henninger. Hammer Staffer. I am anxious to see the standings after game 4, Doug. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Right here in front of us, too, we've got Liz Johnson with Dave Armstrong. What's that team name?
I'm drawing a blank there. Oh, that's just Team Zika. You got Greg Zika, Pete Spreadberry, Liz Johnson, Dave Armstrong, and Clay Herbach.
Wow, they're only 157 over through 3.
They Clay.
Herbach had the 300.
Yeah, he did.
Is that game 4?
That was game 3.
Okay. So he's 100 of it in that game alone.
Yeah.
Let's go over to our individual results tab, and we'll take a look at this team.
Let's take a look.
All right. Greg Zika, 191, 266, 202. Spreadberry, 146, 202, 213. Liz Johnson, 213, 208, 216. Dave Armstrong, 164, 201, 213. And Erbach, 211, 211, 300. So, yeah, a couple of bad games and a bunch of 2-0 to 2 teams and a 300. Just grinding.
There's a motive guy there on 16.
Looks like being extremely deep towards the inside part of the lane right now is the play, and if you can stay away from that little bit of extreme OB, which is pretty easy to stay away from it because there's so much friction now around the 6 to 10 board, you get quite a nice area to bounce to. But if you cut it short left, it's through the face. Liz Johnson playing out around 6. She's anchoring that team.
Yes, she is. Another notable here on 15 and 16, Brian Goebel. He's coming up on 16 now.
Yeah, Goebel. Here's Dave Armstrong up on 15. Armstrong from the Chicago area trips out the 2, 7, 8, 10.
For those of you that watch all of our events, Brian Goebel's 296, 280 match against Norm Duke was a consistent loop playback for all of our downtime at the last women's event. Maybe if he comes back, Mike can ask him if he's got a Gyro Pro sitting around. Oh. Boy, that's always fun. Shea Bitt has a weird issue with his hand and misses a whiffs a spare, and then comes back, makes a great shot, stones an 8. BG will be up on the right-hand side of your screen, efforting to convert the 10. Which he does, no problem. Did B squared, he said he's got some, what do you shoot, 230, 240?
B squared is 60 over through 4 games. Brian Burkhardt.
What's up? Is Liz pulling our cable down?
No, it's falling down. Where's the tape?
Right here, buddy. That's a great point, Rifleman. We are curious to see the Broadway pattern on this high friction surface. Everybody will probably be at the extreme, going to attack it like a cheetah pattern, where if for those of you familiar with that, the extreme outside portion of the lane is probably going to be where a lot of people are going to go, but it will be interesting. Some guys are saying get your strikes now because they're not going to come later, so we will see. Donnie G with a 3-bagger on 17.
It's Don Griffin from St. Louis, Missouri.
And they are anchored by Bradley Miller.
Lindenwood University anchor bowler. Brad is from the Kansas City area. Larry Stepp's protege. Another Lindenwood bowler, Tyler Vokes, over on lane 19.
Looking for the standings to be updated any second here on InsideBowling.com for standings as of the 4th game. Usually about the 4th, 5th frame of the next game, we see them coming across, and we're about there. This is the 5th game of the Mary Teubner Memorial Team Challenge event at Kingpin Lanes in Springfield, Illinois. Bringing you all the action. It's myself, Doug Lakey, and our fearless leader, Mike Flanagan. We're not running this event. We're just bringing you the coverage. B Squared's out on the lanes. He got us all set up this morning and said, "You guys."
Strike. You just saw him on the broadcast.
You guys are ready to go, and that's all he said. That's all he said since yesterday. Hey, you guys are ready to go.
Get a look over on 19. Cody Clayton's got the first 4.
We gave B Squared the king-size bed in our IB suite. We got to keep him happy. Yep, so after this game, they are going to strip and rerun, and they are going to apply Kegel's Broadway pattern. What time is it? 2:30?
Yeah, it'll start up about 4:15.
We're hoping to be started by 4:15, 4:30. Just enough time to, just all the time it takes to dress the lanes will be the break. So we're looking at 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. working day. It's a good 12, 13-hour day for us. But we're having a blast. Thanks for everybody that's staying tuned in with the chat. And any questions or anything you want us to find out, we will effort to do our best. We almost had 3 300s last game. Between Mike and I, we darted, black flag, black clouded, and open hand smacked them right out of their hands. It was the sock. The sock pressure got to them. Overall, I'm happy with the scores. I don't know about you, Mike. I
think the pace is nice. It's not overly high scoring. team tournaments, no matter what the pattern is, there's always going to be some guys that don't match up and some guys that do and some that fall right in between. It's a matter of how many can you get dialed in. And so far, it's Pete Weber's team. It's, setting the field and with the Turbo 2-in-1 grips, just sitting there saying, hey, we do this for a living.
Right.
We're gonna keep hitting you like Rocky. Eventually, you're all gonna fall down. But they can be beat, no doubt about it.
The guys that almost shot 300 was Chad Moss, Jeff Carter, and what was the other one? Did you know the other guy, Mike? I didn't.
On Pete's team?
No, there was three 300s there going.
Oh,
it was Chad Moss, Carter, and who
Hopkins,
was
Dusty Hopkins.
Dusty Hopkins.
From the Bloomington area here in Illinois.
Dusty Bottoms here. You ever seen the Three Amigos?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yep. My little buttercup. Who are you texting?
I'm trying to keep up with stuff here.
Speaking of Three Amigos, if you go to YouTube and type in like My Little Buttercup, it'll play that scene where they sing that song. It's pretty funny. Let's jump over to the left pod. Watch this. I'm gonna do it. I think the camera got the IB boys jittery. They starting off a little slow. Besides Don rises to the occasion.
Oh, yeah, he does.
There's the Liz Johnson on the right portion of your screen. A little sticky 7 there.
She's up on 16. And
did I say 16?
You said right portion of the screen.
Yeah, lane 16. Oh, Mikey D.
There's a lot of people just going high flush, high on the head pin here. You're usually not going to leave a split unless your ball's just going absolutely sideways. If your ball's going through the pins, high on the head pin, you got a good chance of tripping out the 4 and the 6 and everything behind it.
Yeah.
Pin carry here is pretty good. How about we get the people in the chat involved? We want to go ahead and see where you're from. Let's see where your hometown is from. We want to know where you're watching from today. A lot of our big chatters, our big talkers, are actually here bowling this event. Right. So feel free to step up to the table and deliver whatever you like. We've got Syracuse, New York, obviously Louisville. It gives us an idea on who to cover, too. Mississippi, Illinois. Pete Bart is still with us from Ohio.
There was a question about the format. So they're going to finish this 5th game, and we'll have 5 more starting approximately 4:30. We're going to cut to the top 10 for Baker matches tomorrow, where it gets interesting. You get 25 pins for the first. Let's say you win the first game, you get 25 pin bonus. You win the second game, you get 25 pin bonus. But if you win both games, it doesn't matter total pins or whatnot. You get another 50 pins. So you can win one and still technically win the match in total pins, but you'll basically split 25 pins, 25 pin bonuses. If you win both games, you get another 50. So you can get 100 pins by sweeping your match. And as tight as the scoring pace is, and if nobody really runs away from it, that means everybody's in it going into day 2.
Let's think about it. Let's put on our bowling shoes for a minute. We're out there bowling this event right now, you and I, Doug, and
yeah.
Where are we at mentally right now in the 5th game of bowling on this Abbey Road?
It depends.
We're mid-pack.
Depends on who our teammates are. If our teammates are Pete Weber, Camden Rakita, and Anthony Lacaz, we're in 1st. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking here mentally, you've bowled tournaments before. And give me just 1 second with Dennis.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I was getting at, and then I got to go help Dennis for a minute. Basically, right now I'm a little fatigued, and I haven't thrown a bowling ball.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but hot, cold, hot, cold. It's hot in the middle of the bowling center. It's cooler on the ends. So my legs are going to be like Jell-O leaving here, and I'm going to be like, all right, we're going to go eat as a team. And they're going to go run to a restaurant or eat here. If they run to a restaurant, they're going to walk in and be like, hey, waitress, we got to eat quick. And then they got to make sure the food's out and that they're rushing around so they can get here in time for practice. And then when they get back over here and after they eat, they're going to be ready for a nap.
Yeah.
And then they're going to bowl on a pattern that hooks a lot. That really hooks a lot, especially the outside part of the lane. And you may need to be loft and gutter caps, some guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see Fagan, Carter, all those guys loft and left gutter at 8, 9 o'clock at night after bowling since 9 in the morning and taking a lunch break.
Right.
So mentally,
it's a long day.
It is it's grueling. And this team format, how many times do you bowl 3 games of league and when you're done, you're like, all right, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, you got 2 more hours of this after you're...
Yeah, imagine bowling 9 games of league.
Right.
And we see fatigue setting in already, I think, right here with these teams.
I would say, if you look at it from that angle, give a quick glance on something that's close to the bowling center, which we haven't done, so I can't say. But you definitely need to get some food in you, and if you're staying close, just get out of the center for a minute, but don't add the anxiety of trying to eat. I don't know. Most of these guys are probably going to start drinking as soon as if they haven't already. It's a pretty fun bunch we have here on top of this stacked field. It was a great time last night at the Pro-Am. Raised a ton of money for a good cause. And we got Chris Hester back. Oh, I think so. I think this works. Yeah, hello, what's up, buddy?
Oh, yeah, he's back in the booth.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a break, so I thought I'd walk up and see what's going on up here.
It's just hot.
It is hot, and we're on the bear that as soon as you get past the ball return, it gets hotter.
What is, we were just talking about, what's your game plan after this game, and you have another 5 more games of this grueling deal. What do you like to do?
Well, I'm going back to the hotel relaxing in between play. Everybody else is going to eat. I'm going to relax. But
yeah,
I'm very afraid of what the night block, how they're going to play, because there is so much friction.
Right.
Right now, halfway through game 3, I changed to my urethane ball.
Okay.
On the long pad. So what are you going to do tonight? This is...
Right.
Tonight's going to be a huge grind.
You know what? It actually annoys me seeing so much friction all the time when we broadcast events.
Yeah.
Because when we make our own patterns, they're usually very slick.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
I absolutely agree with that. And so like, you come here and there's just hook everywhere.
I don't know what it is, but just you can't find tournaments with really slick patterns very often anymore. Are there any that you go and bowl that you know every year are going to be slick?
The Bradley.
Okay, the Bradley.
I think they changed the pattern this year, but the shootout in the Fort in Fort Wayne, Indiana is always super tight. But that's it. Everywhere else, you just never know.
And we're slick, but they still open up.
Right. But they're playable slick. The Bradley, everybody comes in with 500 grip balls, 360 grip balls. But that's not playable slick. Our team event that we're going to have in a couple of months is definitely going to have a condition where they're going to start out tight, but the volume's probably going to be low. Okay.
So they'll blow up. They'll transition.
You can give me a little strip about 2-3 to hook it from if you want. I'd appreciate it.
There you go.
I need all the help. You watch the game one. I need all the help I can get.
How are you guys doing as a team right now?
We're actually bowling well. Casey is bowling out of his mind well.
Really?
Let's say that he's shaker sevens. I think Casey has 230, 230, 240, 240 so far.
Yeah, that's great.
Fagan made me change my urethane ball, and I bowled 260 the last game with it. But we had 1060, 1060, 1170, 1120 so far.
Okay, well that's good.
We're plugging right along, trying to not give up too much ground. And
now, do you know Fagan very well?
Oh yeah, we bowled my very first year of college. He was at St. John's.
Okay.
So we got to know each other there, and then we bowled mega bucks at the same time. I'm actually the one. I called him when we found out we needed a bowler, and I said, I know you were originally supposed to bowl, but you had a clinic and that fell through. Are you interested in bowling? And he said, yeah, I kind of want to. And I said, well,
perfect.
We need a bowler. And he said, well, let me check flights. And he called me back in half an hour later, and he said, you need me, I'm in. I said, are you kidding me?
Wow,
if we don't need you, I'll sit out. And you're
yeah,
in.
yeah, there you go.
All right, I'm on deck.
All right, thanks for coming by.
It's Chris Hester.
I'm going to go down to help Dennis. He's got all the big-name bracket players the first game. For some reason, all their scores are showing up as zeros. But they haven't been printing brackets as they've gone along.
Yeah.
So they just haven't a live list posted, so he's having a little problem with that and wants to know if I can troubleshoot it and help him fix it. So
that is why we're having a scoring issue as of Game 4. I guess they're having some bracket difficulties. Anybody that knows how to write software, if you could come up with a tournament coordinator / bracket software, probably make a lot of money. I think B Squared's about got it done, though. That he does. We got Cody Clayton down on 19 and 20 with the front 7. We'll keep an eye on that. We get. Hey Shea, pick up the mic.
This one working?
Yep. We got Shea Bittenbender on our fan cam here. It's this guy right here.
How we doing?
Yeah.
How's everybody back home?
You got.
Pops, I know you're watching.
Yep.
Can't wait to see you in a couple days.
You going home?
They're coming here.
Oh, nice. Where are you from again? Where at in Pennsylvania?
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Scranton, yeah. That's what somebody asked me earlier, and I drew a blank. I thought it was outside of Scranton.
Yup.
So what are you seeing out there, bud? You got a 3-bagger working?
It's dry.
Yeah.
The pattern broke down, I mean, in about a game and a half, and
yeah,
it's just migrate left, throw it hard.
What do you think's going to happen tonight?
Score's going to be high, I think.
You think so?
Based on the practice session yesterday, they got it really easy.
Everybody's concerned about the friction in the building.
There's going to be some of that. See how the lefties hold up. It might be a challenge for them, but
yeah,
they might succeed. The righties will probably break it down within about a game and a half again, and I think it's going to turn into a wall.
All right.
That's my opinion.
That's cool.
Yesterday.
Yeah. What kind of tape's on your fingers?
That's turbo.
Turbo?
Turbo.
The green.
Green Monster.
Yeah.
It's a little thicker, but
we both use the same tape.
Yes. It's a good tape.
We know. It's a LU thing. And we got the IB boys here on 17 and 18. We don't even know the standings after 4 games, so keep it up, man.
Good one.
Yep. That was Shea Bitt. Scranton Pride there. LU Pride. I was trying not to talk about Cody Clayton's 7-bagger because we haven't had much luck promoting the strings, but we got to tell you guys what's going on. But he's stone 9 after we start. I made one mention of it because it came up in the chat, so I don't know what to do. Looks like Fagan balled up from his red hammer finally, and he's throwing some type of polished, pearlized track piece. But I've had more negative comments or concerns about tonight's pattern than positive, and Shea just thinks it's going to be Strike Fest, so he's not concerned with the friction. He thinks it's going to blend out nicely, and there's going to be miss room to the right, and everybody's going to strike. So I hope so. Yeah, Fagan's outside of our camera view. I was just, he's easy to pick up as he's going down the approach just because of his physical game. If we had him on the camera, we could zoom in and check out what he's throwing right now. I'll see what I can do to find out. I was just curious what the ball move would be from Red Hammer today. So, but yeah, that could be 300A. Well, we're trying this fan cam for these little player interviews, and I think the only thing we're missing, the feed is obviously delayed because of the webcam, which isn't good. But it gets kind of loud in here, and we have to yell to the people across the table so they can even hear us. But I think that's a good function. Tell us what you think of the overall idea. Getting a chance to talk to some players as they come by. They're the ones that are out there doing this. We're trying to cover it as best as we can. So from this, we'll get it improved. We're hoping the second block is started by 4:30. Yeah, there's a lot of people that just shook their head and were like, no. Jody Wozner like 3 times, and we finally got her in there with Adam Barta earlier. But Adam Barta's taking the show over when it comes to the player interviews. If we could have him out there this whole block, it would be the most entertaining 5 games of streaming we've had yet on any of our live streams, that's for sure. Chad Moss is still striking. He was front 9 last game, and now he's got 4-bagger, 9 spare, 4-bagger. Correct. The friction is for that reason. They got synthetic up front with wood back ends. That's B squared with the 6-bagger there on 19 and 20. I think he's about 60 over through 4. Decided to throw his bowling equipment in the rig at the last second, and weren't here 2 hours last night. Somebody asked him if he could bowl, so good to see him bowling pretty good here in the first block. It's always fun. I think at like 4:15. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the scores. They must have had a glitch in the system there for updates. That's a good question, Pro Bowler. I'm pretty sure that's just a PBA rule. I think there was like in the regionals and whatnot, national tour guys or Tour 1 or Tour 2 or whatever, staffers, you know, were getting out in some regionals this time of year with some new stuff that wasn't available to other people, and I think that's where that started. Yeah. Yeah, region, that's where it started, right. Brad Miller, Lindenwood Lion with a strike up in the 8th. Yes, we can. This is the left side. This is 13 through 16. That's Dallas Baldridge up on trying to convert the 4-8, which he does. Those are the Kansas City boys. Oh, they're from Kansas as well. Let me put it that way. They're just Team Henninger. You got Mark Henninger, Joe Bush, Dallas Baldridge, Jesse James, and Brian Gold. I think whoever put the tournament together with Jeff Carter chose the patterns. They wanted to go with some type of long pattern and then some type of short pattern. So they went to Kegel, you know, on their challenge patterns and picked one long and one short. Thank you. Yep. We're about ninth frame in here at Game 5. So these guys are going to be wrapping up shortly. So they probably won't even post the scores from Game 4. Like I said, it seemed like they were they had some issues with the software and getting those updated. So that's what Flanagan's efforting to help them work out those kinks. And we'll get you wrapped up here from the booth so they can get the lanes re-oiled, and we'll get started for the night block. Nope, no Jason Couch sightings. You all done, B? What'd you do that last game? 270? 5-3 to the 10 for 270. 6-bag or 7-bag. Yeah, with no score up. Yeah. Who is that? We've got we got another 10-bagger here on 19 and 20. This gentleman here in the red shirt. Yeah, that's 11. Yeah, that is a sock shot. This is a sock shot right here. Coming up.
All right, for the stability strikes. Who is this?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Vince Biondo or Jack Sullivan?
Oh my goodness. Kurt Amasiger is his name.
Yeah.
And we just saw it here on InsideBowling.com. Oh my goodness. 290 the hard way.
Wow. Did you get that, Brian?
Unbelievable. Brian had the iPad out for the final shot, and he threw it in the gutter.
Whoa. Well, that's a great game.
Be on the alert.
290.
We are going to award him stability strike socks anyway.
Anyways.
We are going to award him the prize. We're going to go take care of that right now. I'm going to take care of that right now.
Okay.
There's nothing worse than we got to cheer him up.
Considering, I think that's the high game. I think he was going for 292. I think it's only been done like 4 or 5 times. Hey, that's a good point right there.
Yep, we'll be getting that on YouTube. Not a problem. Already thought about that. We awarded him the socks. Nothing worse than doing that on our live broadcast. But at the same time, now he's got a little redemption out there. Will he shoot 300 later in the tournament? Right here live. It's my fault. It's the kind of week I've been having. It's like just like rubbing off on everybody.
Is it a spirit? I mean, is he a good sport about it? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Did you give him 2 pairs?
No, I just gave him 1. I asked him what size he wanted. You want him a little snug or fully done up? Yeah. We're not recording over here, so we can't take that, can we? Oh, we can take it off live. Is it good quality? We need to put that on YouTube. Yeah, put it on there now. Yeah, but what I'm saying is later. Wow.
Okay.
We do have standing. Did you update the standings after Game 4?
No, they're not up there.
Well, he was just doing it.
This is it right here, right?
They're having a lot of problems with the program they're using right now. A lot of problems.
What kind of title should I put on it? 290 the hard way.
Basically, there's like 5 people that is showing nothing but zeros for their scores, and all their scores that are in. Everything I can illustrate. No. Yeah, that game was nice.
Yeah, when we're just streaming the event and commentating, and we were running it and doing that, then I can get answers a little faster, at least figure out what's going on. But we're kind of at their liberty for the scores now, not to pass blame. But they are getting their system rebooted and updated and getting everything entered back in correctly, which I'm sure is taking more time than... This is our buddy Chad Moss throwing his shot in 11th for a 6-bagger. He had the front 9 last game on the same pair, 19 and 20. And now he's got his field ball here for another 270 game. Or he might have shot. I think he might have missed his 4-pin that he left. But either way, 260 or 270 and 270. Not a bad finish for Mr. Moss.
Hey, captain guy. Yeah. Wow, bud. Things are hectic over in the tournament office.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need they need a few more people here. Not because they really should have had them here, but because just how you deal with so many things that happen that get you all really. For some reason, it's creating 0 scores for many people.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but they're going to get through it. I mean, it's just, the problem is it's very time-consuming, and they don't have extra help here. So what are our boys doing here with InsideBowling.com right in front of us, Doug?
They're battling. 220 for Shea. Looks like CT's going to have 160. Donnie's on a 230 pace.
We're not going to have standings up after game number 4.
No, it's going to go right to 5.
Yeah, because they got scores already entered in for 5, so it's just
2, Dole's on a 230 and Miller's on a 250 pace. So not bad.
Who had 160 there?
CT, Chris Taylor. I'm whooped after 5 games, man.
Oh, me too.
It's 5 games, but we're at 6.5 hours of coverage here. Boy, we milked all the time we could this morning, though. We did not come in early.
No.
We flipped the switch at 8:45.
Yeah, it's because you don't have.
We were already set up, but.
Yeah, I mean, we could go commentary free if we wanted, but we just don't. We just hang out and
we
talk
have
with all
had some,
you in the chat.
Yeah, we have had some dead air time today, but it's just when the score. We usually for the first half of every game after game 1, we can talk scores.
Yeah,
we can tell everybody where they're at and make predictions and see talk about stuff. But when you don't get scores and you just got to talk. About what's happening on the lanes, it's just there's only so much to cover.
I can legitimately tell everybody out there that there's really no software program that really works flawlessly out there for bowling tournaments.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I know of.
We need to write it. B Squared's writing it.
Yeah.
Flying me another 10 hours a day.
Brian, where are we eating?
I almost wouldn't mind getting out of the building, but
Me too.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. So we're going to conclude watching the InsideBowling.com team. Don Griffin, 2:34 left.
Oh,
baby!
Give him.
He's showing. What's that all about?
That's something with Pete and Tracy about throwing it like a girl.
Oh, okay.
That's what Tracy does, I guess.
Okay. That makes sense.
Hey, Jeremy C. Is that the Pride of Cry Distributing? Either way, the format for tomorrow is we're going to cut to the top 10 teams after 5 more games of competition this evening. Those 10 teams are they're gonna have Baker matches, and there's bonus pins awarded, 25 for a win. But if you sweep your match, you get an extra 50. So it's going to be exciting tomorrow, and the high qualifier after 10 games today gets to pick the pattern for tomorrow.
Don shoots 233. That's a good score out of the 4-hole there with Brad Miller going up here in the 10th frame.
Good job,
Brad's
Donnie.
got 249 left. Got clarification on
Gotcha.
Jeremy C.
I got another. Well, we got another buddy from our camp that's named Jeremy with the last name of C that said he was going to be watching today.
Miller's really lofting.
Oh.
Lindenwood being sponsored by Brunswick. I believe he's throwing a Nexus of some sort.
He's on a 240
max score.
track there, 249.
It is a Nexus. It's the blue and purple one. Brad Miller, Collegiate All-American.
Oh, he grabbed that one. Oh, got it to make the turn.
All right, he's looking at 249 here. That's going to put them at 1088, I believe, if he fills it up here. That's still a good, respectable score, even with the 168 up there.
Yeah.
Bailing out his teammates there.
That's what I love about team bowling.
Wow, he switched balls.
And Don's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. He switched balls. I don't know why. But he switched balls. It's 1085.
Cody Clayton, his fellow teammate, comes over and gives him crap about it. He's not even on his team.
Brian, how do I stop recording this?
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. It's 3:30. Hope to be back on by 4:30. They got to get the Broadway. Got to get the Broadway pattern going. This is Dougie Fresh, Doug Lakey, your boy Mike Flanagan.
Okay,
we're signing out for a while.
Yeah, if you're watching on live stream in the archive later, there's part 2 will be coming up for the other 5 games. Thank you so much, and we will be back with you at about 4:15 or so, they're saying. Mike Flanagan with Doug Lakey.